Welcome to my channel briefing on Bravo. Vanderpump Rules alum Tom Sandoval has ditched his lawyer and is opting to represent himself in a big court case. This comes on the heels of him losing a lot of major sources of income, and fans notice that. So, what case is he handling by himself, and how are followers reacting? Keep reading for further details. Tom Sandoval ditches lawyer in big case. It is not a good time to be Tom Sandoval. First, he and Tom Schwartz announced the closing of their restaurant bar lounge, Schwartz and Sandy's. This was a passion project and cost them an immense amount of money. His mother even invested $250,000 into the project. When it took forever to open and there was a plethora of questions surrounding the bar, fans wondered if she would get her money back. They were more concerned about his mother than him. It did open, but faced a lot of scrutiny after Sandoval happened. Greg Morris, their business partner, handled crisis control, but Vanderpump Rules was not able to film there for season 11. That was another issue the bar faced, and Greg had his own issues to contend with. Shortly after the Toms announced the closing of their beloved bar, it was announced they had lost their jobs on VPR. The show had been confirmed for season 12, but was put on an indefinite hiatus. Now, it was back, but with a whole new cast. So, Sandoval lost his bar and his job, but he still had to face his ex, Rachel Leviss, in court. She accused him and his other ex, Ariana Madix, of invasion of privacy after he filmed her doing inappropriate things on FaceTime without her consent. Matthew Geragos represented Tom Sandoval, but they cut ties. He then had Varant Gorgian, but according to In Touch Weekly, Sandoval has let him go. The reality star will represent himself in court, so he is now playing the role of a lawyer. Immediately, fans called him out for being too broke to have an attorney. How the mighty have fallen. Vanderpump Rules fans saw what Tom Sandoval was doing, and they headed to a Reddit thread to discuss his decision. It was both sad and a joke. Oh, so he's broke? Broke. Imagine going from living in a $3.5 million McMansion, having a gorgeous 10-plus year-long girlfriend/partner, having some stock, 2 restaurants/bars in LA, being on a hit show in prime cable, having a band and actual fans watching your shows, being a millionaire too. Nothing. Rachel ain't getting paid by this man. He'll be bankrupt before this gets to court, and there are no more EVR checks in his future. Of course, fans wish this was being filmed and felt that this could have made for amazing and interesting content for the show. Are you shocked that Tom Sandoval is representing himself, or is this who he is? Finally, do you think he has a chance of winning? Let us know in the comments below. Tom Sandoval ditches lawyer, a fall from grace, and a new courtroom battle. Tom Sandoval, the former Vanderpump Rules star who once thrived in the limelight, is facing a dramatic personal and professional decline. Known for his on-screen antics, including his infamous affair with Rachel Leviss that shattered his relationship with Ariana Madix, Tom has now found himself in a precarious position, not only losing his bar, but also opting to represent himself in a major legal case. As his financial and social standing continues to plummet, fans are left to wonder, how did it all go so wrong, and can Tom still salvage anything from the wreckage? The collapse of Schwartz and Sandy's, a dream gone wrong. Tom's latest professional setback comes on the heels of the highly publicized closing of Schwartz and Sandy's, the bar he co-owned with his longtime friend and Vanderpump Rules co-star Tom Schwartz. What was once a passion project, a bar that the Toms had envisioned as the next big hotspot in Los Angeles, has now become a symbol of failure. The project cost millions, with Tom Sandoval's own mother reportedly investing $250,000 into the business. The opening of the bar was plagued by delays, lack of transparency, and mounting questions about its viability. Fans, who had once been curious about the venture, were left wondering whether his mother would ever get her money back. When the bar finally did open, it was met with criticism and the shadow of Sandoval hanging over it. This was not the glamorous debut they had hoped for. As the drama between Tom, Rachel Leviss, and Ariana Madix played out on national television, Schwartz and Sandys was placed under intense scrutiny. The partnership between the Toms, already shaky, began to fracture under the weight of the scandal. Even more significant was the impact of Vanderpump Rules. The show, which had been Tom's bread and butter for years, was placed on an indefinite hiatus following the Sandoval fallout. Although the show was eventually revived for season 12, Tom Sandoval found himself sidelined, losing both his bar and his TV career. The news of Vanderpump Rules returning, but with a new cast and less focus on the original stars, sealed his fate. A bitter legal battle, Rachel Leviss takes him to court. But Tom's troubles didn't stop with his business or his TV career. His personal life was now under intense legal scrutiny. Rachel Leviss, with whom Tom had an affair while still in a relationship with Ariana Madix, filed a lawsuit accusing him of invasion of privacy. She claimed that Tom filmed her engaging in inappropriate activities during a FaceTime call without her consent, a violation that could lead to serious legal repercussions. Tom initially retained prominent attorney Matthew Giragos to represent him in court, but the pair parted ways. Tom then hired another lawyer, Varant Gorgian, only to sever ties with him as well. The decision to ditch his legal team entirely and represent himself in such a high-stakes case has sent shockwaves through the media and left fans questioning his financial situation. Fans react. The mighty have fallen. Tom's decision to go it alone in court sparked a wave of reactions from Vanderpump Rules fans, many of whom took to Reddit to discuss the news. The tone of these reactions was a mix of disbelief and schadenfreude. One commenter quipped, "Oh, so he's broke? Broke." The comments seemed to capture the collective sentiment of fans who have watched Tom go from a successful reality TV star, restaurant owner, and self-proclaimed rock star to a man in freefall. Imagine going from living in a $3.5 million McMansion, having a gorgeous 10-plus year-long girlfriend, owning, or at least having stock in, 2 restaurants/bars in LA, being on a hit show, having a band and actual fans, to nothing. Many fans expressed sympathy for his mother, who had invested so heavily in Schwartz and Sandys, but also made it clear that they were not particularly sympathetic to Tom's plight. One Reddit user pointed out, "Rachel ain't getting paid by this man. He'll be bankrupt before this gets to court, and there are no more UPR checks in his future." It's hard to overstate just how far Tom has fallen. His public image, once built on his charming, albeit sometimes arrogant, personality, is now in tatters. The aftermath of Sandoval has been unforgiving, but his decision to represent himself in court seems to be the final act in a string of poor decisions. Fans are torn between mocking his situation and genuinely feeling for him, but many see it as a cautionary tale of the dangers of living a life of excess and self-indulgence. The courtroom drama. Can Tom Sandoval win? The legal case against Tom Sandoval is serious, and representing himself in court could spell disaster. Invasion of privacy claims, particularly in the digital age, where privacy is a growing concern, are no small matter. By choosing to forego legal counsel, Tom is placing himself at a distinct disadvantage. Legal experts have noted that self-representation, especially in complex cases like this, rarely leads to a positive outcome. On top of that, the emotional weight of the case could be devastating. Tom is not just fighting Rachel Leviss in a court of law. He's also grappling with the fallout from his own personal decisions, which are now on full display for the world to see. But perhaps Tom is banking on the idea that his public persona and his showman charisma will be enough to win over a judge or jury. After all, he's spent years playing the role of the bad boy on Vanderpump Rules, and he may be hoping that this courtroom drama will become just another chapter in his reality TV career. However, the stakes are higher now, and the consequences of failure could be far more damaging than anything he's faced before. What's next for Tom Sandoval? It's unclear what the future holds for Tom Sandoval. With his legal troubles, loss of business, and fading career, he may have reached a crossroads. Fans are curious to see how this latest chapter of his life will unfold, especially with the public humiliation that comes with representing himself in court. It's a bold move, but is it one born out of desperation or defiance? As the case unfolds, fans will undoubtedly continue to watch with a mix of fascination and curiosity. But one thing is clear, Tom Sandoval's world will never be the same again. Come back to Briefing on Bravo and see more news.